All right, race fans, welcome back to Nerd TV. After that short intermission, we are ready to rock and roll with the high flying, high speed, high excitement drivers of the uh, Super DIRTcar Big Block Modified Series. Again, still at Eldora. We are here for the Hideaway Motorsports Nationals. Again, going to be a real fun show. These drivers, much like the pure stock drivers, always put on a fantastic show. And their finishes are just as crazy, just as nail biting, and just as fun to watch and call. Alongside me for tonight's event, as always, you know that I am Dustin Logston. Alongside me is the legend, the myth, the man, Mr. J. Stan, Jeremy Stanley. And we will have at some point in time in tonight's broadcast, special guest Kenny Haight is going to step in and grace us with his presence, shall we say, for the evening's event. So, how we doing? How was the intermission there, Jeremy?
I mean, I'm refreshed. I'm ready to go for round number 2 with these big block cars. Haven't really seen too many big blocks personally at this track, so it's going to be a learning experience for me to see how these cars go around this track. Practice was looking pretty good. They're ranking right up next to the racetrack speed record for practice, notated by Kenny during that intermission at only several thousandths of a second off the world record around this track. So Sean Krawcheck put on a hell of a show there in practice and qualifying with his lap times alone. Whole tenth separates him in second place for qualifying. So definitely going to learn from him. And got, it looks like 11 cars again for tonight's event, same as just a little bit ago in the pure stock series. So Dustin, I'm excited. I'm sure you are. I'm ready to get this thing going.
Yeah, it's going to be a damn good show. That is an understatement. Probably going to be one of the biggest understatements of the night. As you said, some fast drivers out there. These guys are, I mean, they were out there hot lapping it. They were showing what they had. I don't know what they were pushing, how they had that set up, but they were hot lapping it. And again, the times that you were talking about, they are near the iRacing world record times at this track. Now, again, that is not official. That would only be official in an actual official session. But just to know that we have drivers in this race here that are pushing the limit on that and, shall we say, going over the limit when it comes to that is amazing to say the least.
Yeah, well, I mean, over the limit would put you over, but I mean, they're beating and banging off this wall, trying to go over that limit for to get to that top spot. Especially Sean. I'm expecting nothing but a great finish from him, and really close field there. You know, first through back to sixth place. They're only a couple tenths off for qualifying, and I feel like tonight's race is gonna put on a hell of a show for you guys out there watching.
And it definitely is. Again, we're going to go through the starting grid. Not going to explain a lot about it. Just know that this sets up the heat race starting order. The finishing order of the heat races sets up your A main. Again, it had already been talked about. Sean Krawcheck takes that top spot with a 16.209. Again, blistering lap to his outside on row 1. Just a tenth faster is going to be Corey Austin. Inside that row 2, returning this week after taking a week off, is Jordan Gage. Again, just a hair over a tenth off from the leader there. And then to his outside is Justin Pentecoff. Again, Justin really trying to look to have an outstanding, good race. He's been clean throughout the weeks, and he's been fast. He's right on the cusp. So it's not going to take long. He's definitely looking for a good showing here at Eldora. Inside row 3 is going to be Jeremy Vaughn. Again, he was putting down some fast times as well. His dancing partner to the outside of row 3 is going to be Dane Lloyd. Again, Dane had some practice in the pure stocks not too long ago, so taking a little bit of information from there, seeing what he can apply here tonight in the Big Block Modified Series. Inside row 4 is going to be Clay Atwood. Again, we've seen Atwood put on a hell of a show and almost took away the win in the Pure Stocks not too long ago. But he shows up here to see if he can't try to make something happen in the Big Block Modifieds. To his outside in row 4 is Clifford Bellamy. Again, it's good to see Clifford there. We will be talking with him during this broadcast after the race. He didn't get a chance really to get his whole interview last week. We had technical difficulties, but we're going to make sure that we're trying to finish up and get people done this week. Row 5 inside is going to be Kevin Robinson. To his outside in row 5 is going to be Steve Miller. Again, Miller was also in that Pure Stock series race that we just had. So again, fast qualifying times, close field, Jeremy. Let's get this show on the road.
Yeah, we're just about a minute or so away from gridding up for heat race number 1. Sean Kratchek will take green flag on that first heat race as they get set to do so. Actually, right now they kicked it over just a little sooner than expected, but that's cool with us. We are ready for it. I'm ready to get this thing going. A lot of good-looking paint schemes out there. As you're going to notice again, just like with the Pure Stocks, that we changed it up a bit. Different time of day. It's actually going to be falling into nighttime before this race is all settled down. So that's kind of a cool thing to see the lights come out for some short track Saturday night style racing on a Wednesday. It's going to be a lot of fun.
It is, and like you said, it gives you that feel of that Saturday night, Sunday night racing at your local track. Going there through the heat races, you still got the sun up, but when that sun goes down, man, they hit the gas and they haul some ass for those A mains. So it's definitely a good feeling, and it's definitely really good to see the transition here for these drivers. It really makes them feel like they're in the zone.
Yeah, definitely for sure. These cars are almost like, I love how these things run here. It's really cool to watch all the guys with their different lines with this track and car combination. Shout out to the track crew for putting this track together real quick for the big blocks to come out here right after the street stock. They got it looking pretty nice out there, I would say. Gridding for the heat race number 1. I'm going to run through that real fast for you guys here. Like I mentioned, Sean Krawcheck will take first place. On his outside will be Jordan Gage. Third place is going to be Jeremy Vaughn. Fourth place will be Clay Atwood, newcomer to this season here, running both street stock and the big block modifieds. And to round out the end of the field here, row 3 will be Kevin Robinson, and alongside outside in 6th place is going to be Kenny Hay.
Yeah, so again, you talked about some newcomers coming in. They put on a heck of a show. You talked about Atwood. He was so close to pulling off that win, but Zach Burnett just edged him out on a last lap pass, slide job pass setup to just get that win. But I tell you what, he had a hard-fought second place finish. So definitely look forward to see what he can offer us tonight. Again, the level of competition in this field, though, is so close. It's so tight. Jeremy, it can honestly go any way. You got a number of drivers that are in this heat race right here that have the potential to take the victory away. So again, you throw a dime in any direction, and you can have a different outcome when it comes to this series here. That's just how unpredictable this series is, and that's how fast this series is.
I wanted to mention earlier that it's really nice to see some new guys out here that are taking the top spots away from the season 1 vets that ran early on, that ran fast. It's cool to see some new names on the podium. Looking forward to seeing that again here tonight. It looks like we got 1 lap to go before heat race number 1 is underway. Nope, actually I lied. The pace truck fooled me. Looks like they're going green flag this time, waiting for the green button. There it is, going into turn 1 here. Sean Krawcheck with a really low entry, but Jordan Gage said, nope, I want this lead. I want it early. I want to show my power right now. Sean Krawcheck's settling into 2nd place. 3rd place, Jeremy Vaughn putting some strong early muscle here. Quickly single filed out here. Dustin, we got 10 laps in this heat race. It was 8 laps in the street stocks. It looks, yeah, they're just really spaced out early on. It's kind of surprising. Maybe they're just getting a good feel for the cars.
And yeah, that does look like what could be going on there. Trying to get a feel for it. You see that they're already jumping up to that high line so early in the race. Again, we expect that high line is going to come in, but definitely seems like they're hopping up there, trying to see what's set up there, kind of feeling it out a little bit. You see Gage is jumping out to about a 3-car length lead over Krachek. Right behind him, about 5-6 car lengths back from Krachek, you see the 8 of Vaughn is back there running it as well. All running different lines. Robinson back there, and then you see the 111 of Atwood coming into play as well. Again, it could go any ways. Oh, Atwood, as we were on him, got wall glued on that wall and looped it. Now, no caution's going to come out. This is a heat race, so there are no cautions that come out in this. It's just a straight flag to flag, run what you brung type of deal. And again, your finishing order, you are purely racing for your starting position in that A main.
Yeah, with him spreading out like that, there's no way for him to advance his position, at least, in his eyes. So he did park it early, got out of the way of the leaders that were coming up to him real quick. So smart move there on his part. As we come to the white flag here, pretty spaced out still. Jordan Gage with some strong early muscle here. Sean's kind of creeping in a little bit. Not getting enough for the heat race per se, but this might be a little foresight into the future as far as Sean's late run, as Jordan Gage does take the checkered flag. Actually, no, I'm sorry. I do apologize. It's 10 laps, not 8. I got confused from the pure stocks. So now it's 2 laps to go. Sean's still got to put on a lot of muscle here to even advance up on a Jordan. Gets a little bit better of a higher line there as comparison to Jordan. Jordan's kind of doing a little diamond effect, which I tried that in last night's events. It does work from time to time, not so much in turn 3 for me. As the checkered flag now correctly comes out, so Jordan will be taking the top spot there. Sean will be second place. Jeremy Vaughn finishes third. Fourth place will be Kevin Robinson, and fifth will be, I have that right? Yeah, fifth will be Clay, and then sixth was Kenny.
Yeah, so again, you've seen a lot of drivers there. It's no surprise that we've seen the 0 of Jordan Gage jumping down to that low line the way that he does. During practice, he was getting it hooking up both on the high side and the low side. So it's going to be interesting to see what gearing he is going to select to see, where he's going to try to run and try to be fast.
Yep, definitely. As we get set here for heat race number 2. They're already on the track on the back stretch currently. So I'm going to go quickly through that running order as well. Corey Austin going to start first place. Justin Pentecoff going to start second. Dane Lloyd in third. Cliff is going to be starting in fourth. And to round out the heat race number 2 will be Steve Miller in fifth place.
Yeah, so again, gonna be a good race. We have a lot of fast drivers that are in this race here. Again, Pentecoff, I know he is chomping at the bit there, wanting to get that podium finish, wanting to get that victory as well, and he's ever so close. I tell you what, getting a good finish in this heat race to get him a better start in that A main would definitely help it out quite a bit. We also know that Austin is also looking to capitalize. And don't forget Clifford back there. Green flag is out as they fly off down. You see these cars really lurch over to the right. They fly it off into turn 1. Single file for the most part, all except for that 45 of Dane Lloyd, dropping it down to that low line, really taking the low line. It does look like Austin's taking that mid line, where Pentecoff and Clifford are kind of mid to high line. So, again, trying to feel out exactly where everybody's at.
Yeah, Steve actually didn't make the grid there, so he's just going to default to fifth place. Yeah, don't count out Dane and Cliff. If you remember from last week, they just randomly shown a crazy amount of speed late in that run. and just passed half the field. Oh, as the O2 is just climbing the fence there in turn 2. As it looks like he actually got to get regrouped. He got a good kick off the wall, and his car's now still going. That was pretty impressive and wild to watch, but he's got it back going. Yeah, as I was saying, though, those two are going to be showing on some late speed here, I would imagine, again here tonight, as they did last week. So don't count them out. Even though they're not running fast early on, this track will change a lot. Huge grip change, a lot of speed change, so there's a lot of variables that happen here. Corey Austin just kind of pulling away here a little bit, getting nice and comfortable in that top spot. Justin running a little bit lower to try to feel the track out a little more, see what his options are for the main event here.
Yeah, I tell you what I'm seeing right now, Jeremy, is a lot, some very loose race cars. I know it's an understatement. Yeah, I get it. We're racing on dirt. They're sliding through the corners. Isn't that the pure definition of loose? Yes and no. When it comes to dirt, it's a little bit different. We were talking about Clifford Bellamy back there, who did the wall ride Truex style, came back down. It looks like he's fighting that car quite a bit. But like we had stated, don't count him or Dane Lloyd out. Last week, they both struggled. And like you said, they found speed on that high line and came out of nowhere to have both of them finish on the podium. So again, anything can happen in these races.
Yeah, for sure. Lap and a half left in this heat race number 2. Corey's still pulling away a little bit. Justin's still trying to search the bottom a little bit more. Maybe trying to work in a groove, who knows. White flag is out. Really spaced out the top 3 here. Looks like Clifford did have to pull it down, unfortunately, but too much damage from wall riding there. And here comes Corey Austin to take the checker flags in heat race number 2. He'll be first place. Justin Pentecoff in second. Dane Lloyd third. Clifford in fourth. And then Stevie Miller did not actually start the grid there, so he's going to round out the field in fifth.
Yeah, again, a lot of these drivers just feeling out the cars to see exactly what they do have. Guarantee you right now, Clifford is in the pits. He's making some adjustments. That's a good thing about the heat races. You can go out there, you can see what your car has, you can see where it needs improvement, you can try to make some guesstimations and judgment on where you feel that track is going to be later in the event, and try to set your car up for that. Again, don't count out Bellamy. He'll be back up there. He'll be competitive just as he was last week. But again, we got a fast-ass field, Jeremy, and that's an understatement to say the least.
Yeah. Really fast lap time, surprising for a lot of these guys. It should be a lot of fun here. I know they're a little spaced out in those heat races, but they're definitely the heat race, the first one. They had some time to tweak their cars a little bit more so, and I expect it to be a little more competitive for sure, especially with the setup changes between the heat races and the main, and track's gonna be a little bit cooler here as the sun goes down a little bit more. You see the track lights have kicked on, and like I said before at the beginning of the broadcast, I'm looking forward to this event, trying to get a good learning experience with these cars in this track combination, and let's get it.
Yeah, it's going to be a good combination with it going down under the lights. Again, only time's going to tell where this track and where that line's going to be at. Is it going to be the low line, Jeremy? Is it going to be the top line? Do you think that midline's going to come in? How do you think it's going to play out?
My personal experience, the top line will be the preferred groove, though. These cars seem, depending on the setup, we'll find some decent grip on the bottom if you run right up against the wall. Might have a chance. Not too sure, but I do know the high side for sure will be where you'll find most of these drivers before this race is over. Probably some searching more so in the beginning and middle, but toward the end, you see where that slick sheen is already on the top, so that's where I'm going to predict to see them.
Yeah, so again, Pace Truck is pulling off. Jordan Gage is going to lead them out. Green flag is out. That bottom line kind of bunches up a little bit. Jordan Gage did not get the start that we are accustomed to seeing him have, allowing Corey Austin to jump out. but it does look like Gage does battle back, but is already getting pressure from the one, the Superman, Mr. Sean Krocek down on the bottom side. Going 3 wide into the corner, a little bit of contact. Everybody has to bunch up. Everybody keeps it straight. Still some contact between Vaughn and Pentecoff as we still have contact going on. Everybody does keep it going. Almost like pinball out there. One just led into another.
Crazy lap, too. I think everybody made contact with somebody that entire lap, and nobody completely wrecked. And they're all still bundled up. That was really impressive. Kind of pushing people a little bit further back than what they wanted, but this track does change, like I said, and they'll find their way back up there. That was a pretty intense battle. Jordan on that initial start, he really slowed up for whatever reason, but it actually helped his entry into turn 1 and 2, and somehow shot out of a cannon and regained a spot. But then he did fall back to the wayside. He's now in 3rd place. Behind Sean and Corey. Corey does tag the wall a little bit, allow Sean to go to the bottom. Let's see if he can get him cleared. It looks like he will not. Corey's actually going to take that line there and lead the 4th lap.
Yeah, get side-by-side action between the 92 of Austin and the 1 of Krocek. But them racing side-by-side, we're on board right now with the 0 of Gage as you see a slide job by Krocek and a crossover by Austin. But they are opening the door now on that low line for that 0 of Jordan Gage. As he's sitting here throwing his muscle in there, just does not have the pole on that low line off the corner there as he has to keep it down, so it scrubs off so much speed. He just does not have it. His caution is out.
Yep, caution is definitely out. We're so focused on that amazing battle that I got to see what happened there in the back here. It looks like Clifford Bologna there in turn 2, the 0-2 there. He wall rid all the way around the wall. His car was just really slow, and it was right in front of a couple cars. So it flagged the flagman to throw the yellow flag just for safety precautions of the couple guys that were around him, because he was doing a massive speed difference there. So track officials did throw that yellow flag for Clifford there next to turn 2.
Again, it's they slow it down so much that we know that he had issues with that wall there. And again, we've seen it in the pure stocks. They will get right up to that cushion, which is that berm of dirt right up there on that top side, that they will actually push it over the cushion and they will cushion hop it. And what happens is they end up dragging that right rear quarter panel into that wall, and it's almost like wall glue, Jeremy. It'll just suck you right in, and it's almost impossible to get out at times.
Yeah, no, because your momentum's shoving outward and the wall's turning inward, and that wall glue effect is there, and it is strong. But with the notion of Clifford here, we saw this at the dirt track in Charlotte where he nailed the inside tire, turtled it, still finished 2nd. So don't count him out just yet. I'm sure he'll get that thing running good here as we're about to go back to green flag racing, Delaware start. It looks like Corey Austin will take the start of this event, or this restart here, and then Jordan Gage prefers the inside line here on the restart as we go green flag. That seems to be where his preferred line is. No matter where you go, he likes to try to find the bottom of the track. That's where he feels most comfortable. But he's taking the outside approach actually as he cleared Sean, because he knows Sean prefers that outside line. So a little bit of a defensive move there to hold his place. I'm sure after he gets some space between him and Sean, he's going to try to find his way back to the bottom.
Yeah, 3 wide battle there with between all 3 front runners of Austin, Gage, and Krocek as they are side-by-side battling. There's also side-by-side battling back there with Vaughn and Robinson. You see the side-by-side is, Clifford has issues again, is pulled into that wall just as he was before. Having major issues with that wall glue. We're going to go back and take a look at that. And again, Jeremy, it looks like exactly what we were talking about there, that right rear just drags that wall enough to suck it in, and it's just all game over from there. Again, Clifford Bellamy having hard issues with that wall, trying to maintain that high line. But like I stated in the heat race, it does seem like he was loose in that heat race. So I don't know if it's sliding too much or what's going on, but definitely going to have to try to get a handle and figure something out on that if he expects to have any chance to get up there with the leaders and try to repeat a podium finish from last week.
Yeah, he needs to find a whole new groove or how he's entering the corner. I'm not too sure. You can't really make live adjustments when you're in the heat or in the main race, so he's definitely got some work to do as far as trying to find a line that works best for his current setup. Yeah, just a rough start here. Caused Kenny to throw the yellow flag just because of how he hit the wall and really slowed up. We weren't sure if his car was going to get back rolling, so that car is beaten and banged up pretty darn good. Looks like we're going to have one to go here before we take the green flag. Mr. Corey will resume again as the race leader for this restart. Second place, Jordan Gage, switching it up this time, going to the high side. I think after he cleared Sean and was running up there for the couple laps before that next caution, that I think he prefers it finally. It's weird to see him prefer the high side, but we'll see what happens after they go green flag here.
Yeah, it's we're accustomed to him to be to that mid to low line. That's where he typically sets it up. Is Corey Austin hops on that gas coming out of Ford, gets an excellent start, pulling 2 to 3 car lengths ahead. But you see the crotch check going way low on there, pulls side by side with Gage, but again just scrubs off so much speed. Is now Gage drops down a little bit, and you see Kracek going right up to that high line. That's where he's fast. That's where he likes to be. But you got to kind of wonder if Gage is playing a little defense up there, knowing that's where a lot of those fast drivers are at. But again, there's side-by-side racing back there with Vaughn. Vaughn and Pentecoff have been going at it now for the last couple laps.
Yellow flag is out once again. Real sorry about that, but the 60 of Kevin Robinson in turn 3, if you go back and take a look at that, wall right into the fence there, and actually, unfortunately, his car was stuck into the fence, so he had to call the tow truck to release that car from the fence. Caused Kenny to once again throw out a yellow flag there to get that done.
Yeah, again, we see here, he pulled a Truex, rode it right down the straightaway. It popped it up in the air enough that it caught the catch fence and was not able to get off the catch fence. So again, race control to throw a yellow on that so that we could get him off the fence, get back to green flag racing.
Unfortunate once again, brings out tonight's third yellow flag for this evening. Corey, the top 3, I don't know about you, Dustin, looking a lot like the street stocks where we saw, top 3 being bundled up until the faster cars got around the leader, and they were gone from there. So that's what I'm kind of seeing at this point. Corey's doing a pretty darn good job at maintaining those guys behind him, but if he gives up any inch of space that's unwarranted, I think Jordan and Sean are ready to pounce.
All right, man.
Yeah, and I would agree on that one there. I expect a good start from Austin on this start here. We did get word race control is waiving the restart. Not a big factor, not a big deal. It's something race control does here to allow their drivers to try to get back out there as fast as possible. Caution laps do not count. So when race control throws this, it does not shorten the race up at all. We still finished 35 green flag laps for this A main. Again, as I was stating before, that restart was held off. Corey Austin's going to have to get a restart like that. He's got 2 drivers behind him that are always well known for their restarts. And you know that they're going to be trying to time that jump and trying to stay right on Corey so he doesn't pull away the way that he did before. And I'm curious to see exactly how Vaughn and Pentecoff, those 2 have been going at it back and forth quite a bit. Side-by-side clean racing. So I'm kind of wondering exactly how that's going to work. Vaughn typically runs a little faster on that high side, but he is now stuck on that low side.
In fact, you have to try. You got to do something different. But as you go back to the caution flag, Looks like race control is going to be holding it off just a little bit longer. We saw this last night, actually. Kind of a cool thing that the league does, that they allow the guy in pit road to get fully repaired, get back on track, and so he's actually maintaining with the leaders here, which is really cool. 60 of Kevin Robinson makes that repair to the right front, and I got stuck into the fence. And it looks like we're going green flag racing right now. Corey Austin with a huge restart. Gives himself several car lengths of advantage. Jordan Gage on the bottom, though, showing that mustard where he knows true. And Sean actually with a really, really good run there. I'm going to get side by side with Jordan. You know, Jordan did a little slide action there. Kind of secured a spot in second place. Sean going to the bottom. Typically don't see this. Let's see what happens here. He slides up really nicely in front of Jordan. Jordan recognized the crossover. A couple cars make contact in the back. They get figured out. No caution. Still green flag. Jordan with a really good run there on the bottom of turn 3. Almost gets to the door of Corey Austin. And that inside line gets really choked up. And Jordan going to try that inside again. And Sean just digging on that top side. Going to get a hell of a run. Entering turn 3 and clears Jordan.
Yeah, the runs on the inside that Gage is getting, and you've seen the runs that Krawcheck, as you see the 92, we're on board with Krawcheck right now. You've seen Corey Austin diamond that corner and really cut it down to try to get a little bit more of a run. But the runs on the inside are amazing on entry, but it kills on exit, which makes a good slide job by Jordan Gage there. But you see the crossover by Austin there to maintain and take that spot back. And what I was saying before is it makes completing a clean slide job on that inside so difficult with the speed carried on the exit on that high side. As you are seeing some amazing racing going on here between these three drivers. They are swapping positions every corner, slide job after crossover. They're putting on a hell of a show as the 8 and the 25 of Pentecoff are still back there battling it. Those two have been going at it again. Nose to tail, bumper to bumper. They're putting on their own show back there, letting everybody know, hey, it's not just the leaders up there battling and having fun. We're going side-by-side racing as well, so let's get her done, boys.
Say these guys are going to get it much better tuned up, ready for this heat, or this main race. They're hell of a show is an understatement. This is quite amazing to watch. Crossover. Jordan, his line in turn 3 has got my mind blown as he gets right up to that wall, slides up real pretty, like doesn't overslide the exit there. Holding some decent speed, but then Corey Austin again in turn 1 says nope, that's my spot, and then Jordan goes into turn 3 and says nope, that's my spot, and then Corey again says nope. So like it's just back and forth. Sean just he's trying as caution does come out. It looks like again for the 4th time in this main race. And it looks like that caution once again belongs to Clifford and Dane. It looks like Clifford just got too loose on that crossover, made a little too late move, and they both got tangled up and bumper locked for a few. And turn 2 seems to be really treacherous this evening.
Yeah, and that's exactly what it looked like happened. It just looked like Bellamy just went into that corner, tried to complete the slide job, and just did not have Lloyd cleared enough, just making contact. And again, it doesn't take much in these cars. Again, open fenders, fenderless in the front. It's completely open wheel, hence the open wheel modified terminology. So again, there is nothing protecting them. So when there is contact made, it is car body on tire, and it does. It shoots these tires, definitely offsets it, knocks the toe out. Doesn't take much to really send these and get these things flying. So again, it's tough breaks, struggling, from Clifford. Lane, Dane Lloyd has been back there. He's been racing, just been in the wrong place at the wrong time. Definitely a different feel from these two guys from what we had seen last week. So hoping to see what if they can't try to rebound and try to come back from that.
We're switching it up again. Start on the inside here in second place. Green flag underway. Corey Austin does not get a jump that he did last time. Jordan right on the bumper of Corey Austin there. Diamonds it down a little bit. Tries to go side by side and see if he can get a sole possession of the lead. He's going to do that crossover again on turn 3 with a huge clearance this time. Let's see if we can maintain. Oh, Corey said, I want this spot again. Just like a repeat of the last little session there that they did. Corey Austin retains first spot, and then Jordan once again with the bottom gonna take. This is amazing to watch. Sean Krawczyk actually makes a little bit of a run there, 3 wide for a second, gets pinched off there, maintains 3rd place, and they're at it again.
Yeah, I tell you what, I mean, he got pinched off there. It was close, but these 3 drivers going at it like that, like you said, is amazing, but they are opening the door for the 25 of Pentecoff to close that gap now, as he's closing in on the back end of Krawczyk. As you see both Austin and Gage kind of getting in the wall. Man, I tell you what, the way that these drivers are going at it like that, 3 wide coming off that corner. You see Austin diving way low, doing a slide job, crossover by Gage. You see Krawczyk trying to follow through. A little bit of a wall tap. That may allow Gage to fully complete that pass, which it does. Krawczyk does follow behind. Again, so one slip up by Austin just opened the gap like that. But again, nose to tail for Gage and Krawczyk.
That's really a shame, because that took away that fun race that we were watching. That was really unfortunate for Corey Austin. And I don't know, he might be able to regroup. He's got 6 laps to go. Let's see if he can maybe find something since he's now by himself. Maybe he can muster up a little extra speed. Maybe there's some damage. I'm not too sure. Sean taking a page out of Jordan's book, turn 3 with a huge slide up. Jordan said nope and just clears him by 2 car lengths entering turn 1. As I was talking about in the beginning, Corey being that car that once the 2 other guys behind him cleared him, it was going to be on from there, and it looks like it's finally happening. Sean's not giving up though. Jordan put on an amazing amount of speed with 4 laps to go. Sean bounces off that wall. Jordan with the huge diamond. Completely different lines here, but running almost identical lap times. Jordan seems to prefer to running down low and then Xing up high there in turn 3 and 4. 1 and 2 seem to be more toward the high side. Jordan again with a diamond. I'm not sure if that's just because of comfort or that's where he finds the speed, but look at that. Right, both at the bottom of the track. Something I didn't expect typically, at least from this track and these cars, but they're making it happen. We got 2 laps to go here.
Yeah, again, a close racing. Searching for that grip. They're searching for that grip, searching for that speed. As you see them both dive down to the inside here. Krawczyk trying to get a nose on the inside, but just can't with that run off the corner that Gage has. A little bit of contact. Both keep going. Again, product of close racing, Jeremy. I mean, that's bound to happen. A little bit of contact again. Bumper to bumper. Gage keeps it straight. Krawczyk keeps it straight, but it's enough to slow Krawczyk down and out of the contention for that top spot, as Gage will take that checkered flag with Austin after that late race mistake with the racing so strong between those 3. Does round out your podium finish in 3rd. Pentecoff, after racing hard with Austin and trying to throw his name in the mix up there with the top 3 there for the longest time, finishes 4th. And Robinson, after recoup, if you remember, Robinson was the driver that was inside that catch fence and got himself caught, got out, was still managed to finish that top 5, Jeremy. Again, great, amazing racing all the way around.
Yeah, that was definitely the highlight of the evening, was the big blocks versus the pure stocks for sure. To complete that field lineup there, or finishing order rather, Clifford finishes 6th. He did manage to come back a little bit after his multiple incidences. Just couldn't really, put a good show on because of those wrecks and early spin outs and whatnot. 7th place will be Jeremy Vaughn. 8th place will be Dane Lloyd. 9th place, Clay Atwood. 10th place, Stevie Miller. And Kenny, I do believe, did not take the field, but he's going to take the final spot there in 11th. Probably should not starting on the grid there.
Yeah. So again, a lot of moving, a lot of shaking that was going on. Tough break for Corey Austin, who again was making a bid for that top spot, as well as what he was. Again, just ever so slightly. That's how on point these drivers got to be. It does not take much. again, another strong showing for Justin Pentecoff in that 25. Great, amazing rebound to finish top 5 for Kevin Robinson. So it was good to see them again. And Clifford Bellamy also rebounded. Don't know what happened with Jeremy Vaughn. I know him and Pentecoff were running real tough, real hard there for the longest time. So I don't know if his car just really went away there, and he fell out of that top 5 contention back to 8th. But again, it's hard racing all the way around, Jeremy. So these drivers, they put it out on the line. Now, I do want to mention that these results are unofficial, meaning that race control and series admins do go and review these races, and they will issue out any post-race penalties if need be. Drivers will be issued those penalties, and if it would be a positional penalty, that can knock somebody out of that top spot. It can knock them out and knock them back to the back. Again, with the way the racing was, I don't foresee any of these drivers moving from these finishing positions here. But again, just to cover all bases, we do have to say they are unofficial at this time.
You can really tell the excitement in Jordan just by watching his post-race burnouts and slides. He's having a hell of a time out there. That's that just clearly shows how dominant, or not dominant, how exciting, how entertaining that race was with all the back-to-back passing. And you can definitely see he's excited for this one. Looks like we have Corey Austin, third place finisher of tonight's event, with us. Corey, do you have a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
That top 3, man, that was one of the best shows I've seen all season between you 3, just bumper to bumper and pass after pass after pass, slide job with Jordan there, back and forth. You killed him in 1, he got you in 3. I think that was the most passes I've ever seen in a 35-lap dirt race, period. How was that race out there to you? Was it like, was he just that much better? Were you like, are you just that much better in 1 and 2? Like, what was going on?
I don't know how much better he was or Sean. We was all 3 right there together. Yeah, that was just a blast to even just be driving with him. Really don't know how to explain it. 1 and 2 is always top, so 3 and 4 is like a slider line. So that's how Jordan was getting me in 3 and 4. Just racing each other with respect. That's all it's all about, and it makes it fun.
It definitely looked like it was pretty respectful with all the passing. I mean, you did all those passes, and I don't think you guys even touched one time until late there, where you got into the wall in turn 2, a little too high, and gave up your spot there. Did you just overdrive turn 2? Was the track changing a little bit? Is that what happened that put you back there a little bit further than what you expected?
So I was trying to hit that berm just right, come off of it. Overdrove it in the corner too hard. Got up in the wall, and I was going to do a cut down. I didn't realize Justin was there, so and then I just started overdriving the car, trying to get back up there to him.
Yeah, it was an unfortunate. Jeremy and I were heartbroken when we seen that happen, because the racing that you 3 were putting on up there was stellar, to say the least. I mean, that doesn't even explain what we've seen on screen there and what the viewers seen. But again, it's what is going through your head, and how on edge are you driving lap after lap like that on that high side, mere inches from the wall, doing slide job after slide job and not making contact. I mean, it's what is going through your mind at that time?
Not to make a mistake, and you seen what happens when you make a mistake like I did. You get past.
That is true. That's almost verbatim exactly what we stated in the broadcast. It just took one little mistake. Again, though, it's still, you got that podium finish. Every time you show up and every time you race, you always put on a good show. You're always quick. So we always expect to see a great race, great finish out of you. Do you feel that you have anything for these drivers and for these fans and these viewers next week? Do you think you can go and put on and see if you can't take that top spot?
Yeah, that's what my plan is. I'm going to try to get that win next week.
I tell you what, we look forward to it. We always look forward to seeing great stuff out of you, great racing. again, some amazing passes. I don't even know how you guys did it, but I tell you what, you guys made it look easy. And trust me, Jeremy and I both know it is not easy at all, but you guys made it look as smooth as butter, that's for sure. Again, third place finish. Is there anybody you'd like to give a shout out to? Any sponsors you'd like to give thanks to?
Yeah, I like to thank Miller Family Trucking, Gage Farms, Thunder Sim Racing Network, Rick Sparks Auto Sales, Dirt Slinger Wraps, you guys for broadcasting, bringing it to everybody else, Kenny for the league, and my teammates over at Octane.
All right. And again, we appreciate everything that you do. Again, with you not showing up, you not being here to put on the shows that you do like that, we have no reason to be here. But I tell you what, I enjoy showing up, and I look forward to this each and every week because I don't know what to expect out of any of you drivers, and you did not disappoint tonight. But again, third place finisher, we're going to let you go and celebrate. Again, congratulations. That is your third place A main finisher in the Big Block Modified Series, Corey Austin.
All right, it looks like we also have Sean Krawcheck, second place finisher of tonight's main event. Sean, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Sean, I'm kind of curious to know how your car was handling. Looked like you were kind of bidding some time there in third place, running bumper to bumper. Your perspective on that back-to-back passing lap after lap after lap between Jordan and Corey there. I'm sure that was a lot of fun from your perspective, but were you just kind of waiting your time to see who would make a mistake, or was the car just not able to get up there and contend for the win? Like, what was going on over there?
It was pretty like enjoyable to sit there and watch it, but my car was a little loose on the top. I really wasn't getting the grip that I really needed. I mean, I was there at the end, but it wasn't there how I wanted it.
You almost took advantage a couple of times, and then some of the crossover, especially in turn 3, you got really up close there to Jordan after you guys had got around Corey, and I thought maybe you had a chance for at one time, but then Jordan just kind of pulled away a little bit toward the end there. When you guys got clear of Corey and it was just you and Jordan, did you think you had anything for him at that point in time?
I thought I possibly would have a chance. I would have to pull like a last lap slider, obviously. I know Jordan always has a really fast car, you know. He's always super fast. Me and him go at it every week. But yeah, I thought I could possibly have a chance.
I tell you what, I mean, you brought it damn close on this. Again, interviewing you in the podium position for second place. You had talked about your car being loose on that high side. And I know that's a term of endearment when it comes to dirt racing because you're literally sliding through the corners. But again, it's as a driver when you are losing traction and when it is sliding too much. It seemed like it was too loose on that top side from the broadcast. And correct me if I'm wrong, but on the broadcast, it looked like that on that low side, you didn't have the exit speed that you probably could have used to try to complete some of those passes. Is that accurate? Were you struggling? Was it difficult on that inside lane as well?
Yeah, I think it was more of a driver error when it came to gearing before the race. I mean, I was thinking it wasn't going to slick up as bad as it did. I thought I was going to have a lot more room on the bottom to be able to race, and I mean, it was there. I just didn't really use it how I wanted to. The car was drifting up a lot, but I know the car, was losing because he would get out on me, and I had nothing.
Yeah, and like we had seen that, but you weren't the only one that was struggling with that. Just the way that track came in the later stages of that race, definitely threw a monkey wrench in the whole play out of the end of that race. Now, talking about the end of the race, you and Gage, you guys always put on excellent races when you guys race each other. You guys have the utmost respect for each other and race each other clean. This was one of the rare moments that we actually seen some contact between you and Gage there towards the end of the race, and it didn't happen once, but it happened twice as you guys were trying to come to that checkered flag. Tell us what was going on.
I know I had a lot of drive into the corner. I kind of figured, I was going to loosen him up. I wasn't trying to wreck him or anything. I was just trying, give him a little jab at him and see if I could loosen him up so I can get around him on the high side. Because when you saw, like right there at the end, I would drift up and try to get out around him, and he just had it out of the corner. So I got to give it to him. I mean, I'm hoping we have something for him if he shows up for Fairbury next week. But yeah.
I tell you what, though, I mean that's all part of a winning team. Though it's not only offense; it's also about your defense as well. And you two race each other all the time, so you know where he's strong, and he knows where you're strong. And you are just as good at being able to cut those off. We've seen it ourselves. We've called the races up here. So again, it was a hard fought battle. Amazing racing between you, Gage, and Austin with slide job after crossover after slide job. It was amazing just to watch. So again, a hell of a spectacle you guys put on, and a well-deserved second place podium finish on that. So, is there anybody you'd like to shout out to? Any sponsors you'd like to give thanks to?
I gotta say thanks to all the guys back at Vanderpool Racing, always supporting me in here. I gotta thank Nick Ham Designs for the sweet wrap. I gotta thank Speedshop 51 for always hooking me up with setups. Rowdy Energy, Jax Wax, Vanderpool Construction, uh, Ritz Motorsports. Um, yeah, and you guys for putting on the stream. Kenny for putting the league on.
And we thank you for showing up each and every week. We enjoy the racing that you put on. We enjoy what you bring to this series and what you bring to the racing action. So again, a well-deserved second place finish. We're not going to take up any more of your time. We're going to let you catch your breath after a hell of a nail biter on that one as it went for about the last half of the race. So we're going to let you go and celebrate with your crew. Again, congratulations. That is your second place finisher for tonight's A main, Sean the Superman Krachek.
Thank you.
And it also looks like Jordan here, our race winner. Jordan, got a copy of this?
Yeah, I got you, Jeremy.
Yeah, man. So sometimes I guess less track time equals better performance. You took the week off. You come back here and you take the top spot. How was that car running, man?
Car was pretty good tonight. We were line searching at the end. I don't know. I just couldn't settle on a line I wanted to run, and I feel like that hurt us quite a bit. Just keeping momentum up and whatnot. But we got lucky enough to walk away on top again tonight. Trying to hell of a race between me, Corey, and Sean. I was really trying to help Corey, get up to second and keep second, but I didn't want to settle falling in line and following him, and he didn't want to do the same either. I mean, we all show up to win races. I was sitting there and I'm like, well, if I don't follow in line here soon, Sean's gonna get around both of us, and then we're both gonna look stupid for racing it out. But yeah, Corey got in a little bit of trouble there with I think the fourth place car and whatnot. But I mean, hard racing and whatnot. Oh, other than that, Eldora, I mean, usually gets pretty dominant around the top. I felt like it was pretty racy tonight. I think the top all the way around would have been the move, but I mean, can't go wrong throwing sliders every lap. It was pretty fun.
You could tell by the excitement in your post-race celebration. Your car was you were doing burnouts and slides and spins all over the place. Like that alone, like I could tell, like that was definitely a hard-fought finish. And yeah, me and Dustin over here, calling it tonight was we were just super into it. Like, entertainment was out the roof when like you would slide job in 3 and then Corey would slide job in 1. I think you guys did it back to back to back times, probably 6-7 straight laps. And like like I said before, I don't think I've seen that many passes in a 35 lap race period. So that was an amazing race to watch. So you said maybe the top side was preferred for you for the most part. You typically run the bottom though for most tracks. Was that your preferred line planned for this evening?
Yeah, I mean, I prefer to run the bottom. I feel really confident down there, and that's really why I'm not the best here at Eldora, because he gets up top, and my car just likes to eat the wall on the right hand side for some reason all the time. But we couldn't run it as hard up top, just for that reason. I knew if I sacrificed speed but stayed off the wall, I was gonna be a little bit quicker instead of tearing the equipment up. But I would have I ran the bottom for I think the first like 7 laps or something like that, and it felt really good. But the momentum around this place is just ridiculous up there. So, you either got to run the bottom and settle for second or third, or run the top and have a chance to win it. It's a high risk, high reward deal.
It is a high risk, high reward. That is an understatement as well. Again, we missed seeing you out on the track last week, just because we know that this group of guys always puts on a good show, and the more of you guys that we have, the better the show is. It was definitely good to see you back in racing action behind the wheel again tonight, and you find yourself in a very familiar position in that top spot. I don't know if you are aware of this, but the bounty was claimed on Zach Burnett in the Pure Stock Series. So there is a bounty system here that is in play. So that's something to kind of keep in mind. As you guys were racing and pulling those slide jobs the way that you guys were, I know that you were saying that you didn't want to race Austin. Do you feel that I know that you gear your car more so towards that inside lane? That's where you run at. That's where you're comfortable. And that's where you're freaky fast. Do you feel that you could have had anything more on that bottom line to try to stretch it out anymore? Or do you think that it was just purely a high line by the time that this race ended?
I think it was just purely high line. I didn't run it much at the end just because I haven't ran it in a while. In that race I ran it those first 7 laps, and I never really touched it after that. So, I mean, I wasn't going to go to something that I didn't know for sure if it was going to benefit me or not. If I seen Sean go down there and pull up alongside me, I definitely would have moved down there. I feel like we could have had a lot stronger run running down there. But it's just one of those things when you're out front, you just got to keep doing what you're doing until someone, shows you something different. And then you just got to go on the defensive end. But when you're sitting in the driver's seat, you just got to, you know, let them play their cards so you can, fight back after they make their move.
Yeah, and I tell you what, moves were definitely made as we were coming up to the final laps. Now we had talked to Sean about this as well, and you guys always race each other. You have the utmost respect for one another. You guys always put on a good show and a clean show. And this was one of the few times that we actually seen contact, not once but twice, from Sean. Just trying to loosen you up a little bit because you were playing defense, taking that high line away from him a little bit, and that's where he was at. So, what was going through your mind when you felt that little tap there, trying to keep that car straight and forward with the eye on the prize?
I got a little scared for a second, and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 didn't mess me up as bad because I ran the cut down line there a couple laps before, and then the lap previous to that I ran all the way around top. So I figured there might be a little bit of contact there, so I was ready for that. But 3 and 4, I ran the bottom just because I just wanted to lock it down, and just drive around the bottom. If he went up top, he went up top, but I felt like had enough momentum built up that I could run the bottom and get away with it. And I heard him coming, and I'm like, okay, well, he's gonna hit his brakes a little bit here, and well, these cars have bumpers on them for a reason, and racing's racing. He didn't do nothing wrong. I would have, more than likely did the same thing. You're racing for points and you're racing for the top spot. But yeah, that messed me up quite a bit. But I knew once he did it, and once I gathered myself back up, he wasn't gonna have nothing, coming down the straightaway and whatnot. So I always prepare for something, on the last lap because it's just racing. You know what's coming. You just got to plan for it. I did the same thing on Monday night. We had a 100 lap, $100 to win street stock race, and I did the same thing, but outspun the guy out, and I had to spin out to save him. So, but it all comes with racing. Overall, it was a really great night. Having our week off, we had some personal stuff to take care of last week. Yeah, and I was just gritting my teeth the whole time watching last week at Charlotte because we're way better at Charlotte than we are this place. And I seen Sean had like a 4 or 5 second lead, and I was like, dang, I wish I could be there, running with him and see if I had anything. But it all comes down to racing, and I'm excited to be back in the driver's seat. We got Fairbury next week, and I think that'll be a really good showing for me. We're more of a short track guy, and I think if it gets around the bottom, we'll definitely have a solid piece behind us.
And I believe that. Again, Fairbury, that's more so in my neck of the woods. I got 2 tracks real close, being Knoxville and Fairbury. Good track. That track poses a lot of good close racing, so definitely look forward to seeing you out there slinging some dirt around that track and see what you guys can't pull off, you and your crew. Again, well earned, well deserved first place finish on that. Is there anybody you'd like to shout out to? Any sponsors you'd like to give thanks to?
Oh, for sure. I just want to take the time to thank you guys first for broadcasting, put these races on. Your broadcasts are always really solid and fun to go back out and watch. Also got to thank Kenny for the league, and sponsors on the car are Gage Farms, Gage Agronomy Services, Miller Family Trucking, 789 Designs, Rick Sparks Auto Sales, Brett Wheeler at Ultimate Dirt TV for everything he does for us, and I think that's about it.
And we appreciate that. We appreciate you guys watching it and giving us feedback on that. We take everything you guys tell us to heart, and we just try to make it better. Whatever makes you guys look good, not that you guys need any help with that. You guys do a damn good job of that yourself, which makes our job even easier. So, again, congratulations on your win. We look forward to seeing you next week. Go and celebrate with your crew and have some fun. Again, that is Jordan Gage back in Victory Circle here in the A main for the Big Block Modifieds. I tell you what, Jeremy, that's the racing. They did not disappoint again. Definitely between the two, and nothing against the pure stock drivers. But that back and forth slide job after crossover after slide job after crossover for 7 straight laps, that put it over the top.
Yeah, that was the most fun race to watch when it comes to 3 cars duking it out for the top spot that I've seen in quite some time, to be honest. Just the amount of the slide jobs and how deep they were throwing the corners and how they were able to stick it and keep the momentum as best as they could, and that was amazing to watch. I don't think you can top that. If you can, I really don't know how you're gonna do that. So, shout out to the top 3 especially for putting on a hell of a show, making tonight's race a lot more enjoyable than it ever could have been. Even though like it's not already, but hell of a job for those top 3 for sure. Clifford, I feel bad for him there finishing in 6th place. He had a really good showing last week. I expected some more, but he had a tough race tonight with his car being really loose and whatnot. I'm sure he'll regroup and be back next week for sure. Just tonight's just been a lot of fun, Dustin.
And it has been. Again, a lot of these drivers, they'll bounce back. That's a good thing about racers. You can have a bad day. You bounce back and you come back tenfold and give it everything you have the next week. We've seen drivers in this series, in this league, do it time and time again. So I would expect them to be back up there next week, or at least in the coming weeks. One thing that we haven't heard from or seen, and by thing I mean person, is our special guest, Kenny Haight. I haven't heard anything from him all night, Jeremy.
Well, he's here with us now. I do believe so. Ken, you here?
Yes, sir. I'm still here. We got a little caught up in some race control action, so I didn't get to chime in too much.
Yeah, that's all right. I mean, anything that you can add to it, it just makes it that much better. I tell you what, I mean, it's you wanted to come in here. You wanted to be a part of that. I know that you're race control. I mean, what's going on? What'd you have in mind?
So I did some looking through practice times and looking at world records as compared to our drivers right now. Sean had laid down a 16.102, and just to put it into perspective exactly how fast that is, that would have been fast enough had this been an official race for Sean to take 4th place in the world fastest practice time. And just behind him, Jordan Gage pulled off a 16.116. which would have landed him, if I'm doing my math right, that would have put him in 6th.
I tell you
And
what,
that's all around the world. Like, we're talking Canada, Australia, New Zealand, New England, worldwide, our drivers would have laid down the 4th and 6th fastest times.
and I tell you what, that is amazing to say the least. That these drivers were pulling those times, and especially in this day and age in the iRacing simulation software, the competitive nature of all these drivers. And I mean, they have everything down to a science. I mean, these are some blistering fast times in the entire world. And to have both Krachek and Gage putting down 4th and 6th fastest times in the world, and then watching them go out there and be a part of an amazing race that that we just seen is an amazing thing to witness. And it's I mean, that you can't put anything in any more words to give them credit for what they do.
And speak of the devil, and he shall reappear. Jordan, are you here?
Yeah, I got ya.
I was hoping you heard about your lap times.
Oh,
Taking
yeah.
6th overall in the world, you would have had a 6th place time.
That's pretty cool.
Y'all are just outright fast, to say the least. Hell, we've got another one. Sean's back, too. Sean, are you here, buddy?
Yes.
There he is. So we've got number 4 and number 6 in the world had this been an official race. How do you guys feel about that?
You can go, Sean.
I mean, it feels pretty good. I mean, I didn't expect to run like that fast. I mean, say it was qualifying, I don't know where that would have put me if it was qualifying instead of practice, but I know it would have been pretty fast just as the same. I know Jordan was chomping at the bit there with me. I mean, it feels pretty good though.
And it should, especially for, like I said, the times that you guys put down in comparison to drivers around the world, is an amazing feat. Again, if it was an official race, would have been amazing to see you guys put those down. But then to see you guys go out and race how you did, again, kudos to you guys. Thank you guys for what you do, as well as all the other drivers. Again, it just tells you the level of competition that we have here at Over the Limit.
You basically took the words right out of my mouth. Being the owner of Over the Limit, well, half owner of Over the Limit, I could not have been more happy with the way the racing tonight has turned out. Like you said earlier, we were seeing crossovers and slide jobs and just all around fantastic racing. And this whole season has just been amazing. Recruiting new drivers coming in, and then they just absolutely tear off with it. Like, they'll come in, they're running with our front runners, and it's just awesome to see how fast our league has grown and the lap times that y'all are putting down. So on behalf of Over the Limit, I appreciate each and every one of you, the guys that are watching, the guys that, they're sitting backstage. I cannot thank y'all enough for being a part of this league.
As all of us thank you as well. Kenny's right. The level of competition that comes in just makes this series and this league that much better, because again, it's one person pushes the other one to strive for better. One person's fast. You got to be faster than them to be able to win races. So again, it's only going to go up from here. You guys keep doing what you're doing. Keep putting on a great show. And I tell you what, Jeremy and I will be here every Wednesday night calling those shows. That's for damn sure. So again, thank you guys for what you do, and we'll see you guys next week.
And on behalf of Over the Limit and Full Send Gaming alike, to you guys at Nerditudes, it is highly appreciated that y'all are out here broadcasting our open setup races every week. Y'all are doing an amazing job. You're just absolutely killing it. So once again, thank you guys so much for what you're doing.
We appreciate that completely. We appreciate you giving us the opportunity to be out here to show you guys what we can do, and how we can make you guys look even that much better. So again, thank you for the opportunity. and we look forward to doing it again next week. So again, it's been an amazing race. It's been an amazing couple races there, Jeremy. Final thoughts on tonight? I mean, besides just the mind-blowing spectacle that we just got done watching, but I mean, besides that, final thoughts?
Just completely mind blown. How competitive tonight was. With the big blocks, especially the show I never thought I would see. They really fast lap times on the top of really good car control, on top of really good racing, passing after pass. I don't know what to say, man. It's just it was a great event to watch. Eldora never disappoints, and this definitely proves that point.
Yeah, it does not disappoint at all, and especially when you have the caliber of drivers that they have here at Over the Limit. It's definitely going to be a good show each and every time. Speaking of show, we have to pay homage to those that have helped us get to where we are at right now. Without their help and support, Over the Limit would not be here. Nerd TV with Nerditudes would not be here. So again, we have to give credit where credit is due. We want to thank Mini Motorsport Doors. Again, novelty doors. These are aluminum door panels in miniature version. You can make them look like a sim racer. You can make them look like a real racer. You can make them look like anything you want. You can put what sponsors you want on there. The craftsmanship is amazing and is not short of incredible. Again, two sizes. One $15, one's $30. I do believe it's 11 and 21 inches. You can fact check me on that as far as the length, but there is distinctively two sizes at two different prices. Go check out what they have. It's amazing products. Again, that is facebook.com/Mini Motorsport Doors. We also want to thank Full Send Gaming. We heard from Kenny Haight earlier, the owner and proprietor of Full Send Gaming. Again, does a lot for Over the Limit in supporting Over the Limit. The bounty that you heard earlier be awarded to Swede Melgard. That was put forward by Full Send Gaming. So again, Full Send Gaming does full send support for Over the Limit. Again, Full Send Gaming. We want to thank Nerditudes. Again, anything gaming-wise, anything gaming-related, we got you covered. If you can play it with the controller, you play it with the keyboard and mouse, you play it with a joystick or a steering wheel, doesn't matter what it is, we have you covered. Live streams, custom creative content, news, blogs, TeamSpeak, voice servers, we have it all. We try to bring you everything we can. Again, Nerditudes. Get your nerd on. That's nerditudes.com. And finally, Hideaway Motorsports competitive setups and coaching. Again, dedicated team and staff that work vigorously all week long, day after day, to put together some of the fastest setups that you can get out there. These are race-winning, proven setups, and they also offer competitive coaching as well. So again, setup is only half the battle. You got to know how to run the setup and run the track. Guess what? They got you covered on that too. So take a look. Anything oval, anything asphalt, any car in between. Hey, they got you. They got your back. Again, that's Hideaway Motorsports competitive setups and coaching. That's hideawaymotorsports.com. All right, Jeremy. It's come to that time. We must say goodbye. I have to wait another week before we can come back to some more racing action. But we are going to hit Fairbury next week, again, in my home state of Illinois. We'll see what happens. Should be some fun racing next week. But for everybody here at Nerd TV, behalf of myself, Jeremy Stanley, and of course our special guest, Kenny Haight. We always enjoy when he stops by and hangs out with us. We'd like to thank you guys for tuning in, whether you're watching live or you're watching this on a replay. Be sure you click that like, click that follow. We need all the subscribers and followers we can get. Again, we appreciate all your support. Over the Limit appreciates your support. We'll catch you guys out there at that track. So stay safe, get dirty, and we'll catch you at the track.
Never knowing so much worse than whatever that may come, baby.